We are back at Lakeside High School for the matchup between the Panthers and the North Augusta Yellow Jackets to open the 2015 season WJBF Game Night Live. A record 13 games on tap this year. Where our officiating crew for tonight's matchup, the referee is Mark Attaway. The umpire is Stephen Turner. The linesman is going to be Cedric Johnson. Vince Grissom is the line judge. The side judge is Chris Davis. The field judge is J.R. Riggs. And the clock operator up in the booth with us is Bill Amerson. So, Matt, we've got a Lakeside team that was hit hard by graduation. They need some guys to step it up. We've got a North Augusta team that has a new quarterback this year in the Washington young man, Landon Washington. So we'll have to keep an eye on him to start the game.
Yeah, and we talked about a little more ball control type of offensive scheme they want to try to run. It still looks like they're going to start with 4 wide receivers, though no true fullback or anything. So single back, it might still be that shotgun look that we've seen just because that might be what their players give them. But like we said earlier, they really want to try the ball control and then let their defense really close the game out more than anything. Yeah,
we expected a shootout last year, and it was 12-10, a defensive struggle. Kicking off for Lakeside is a true freshman, Brendan Grebeck. Grebeck, good-sized kid. He'll do the kicking. The punting will be done by Connor Staten. And the 2015 high school football season is underway. A high short kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 14-yard line. And the return and trying to reverse field now is the return man for North Augusta. That is DeJuan Bell. Bell made a couple of men miss, still on his feet, and he'll be drugged down at the 31. So it's a return of about 17 yards for Bell. So North Augusta will start things off on offense with a new quarterback for the first time in 3 seasons. They had Trib Reese, the luxury, a guy that could really throw it. But now they've got Landon Washington. And their jamboree, they struggled a little bit on offense, and I think a lot of it had to do with just new people on the field. Let's see what they do tonight.
Right, and the jamborees are kind of the preseason football, in the National Football League equivalent of you either look too good or you look like you're not going to be good at all. And what it comes down to is you're still getting that early communication with your team.
Well, Washington hands it off, and it's Jalen Patton who was able to get to the corner, and Patton's going to pick up good yardage all the way up to about the 48. So that's a pickup of, actually give him the 49, pickup of 18 yards on first down.
And right off the bat, an 18-yard play, fairly surprising. You wouldn't think to be able to bounce a run outside, run it to the wide side of the field, and still get 18 yards. But they were able to do it against Lakeside there.
Here's the starters for North Augusta. Again, number 11, Landon Washington, is the quarterback. He is just a sophomore. So keep an eye on him tonight. There's their offensive line, Magwood, Archer, McNair, Hankinson, and Jackson. North Augusta will have a speed advantage tonight for sure, and it looks like on this with this arrangement they've got a size advantage as well, although a nice play made that time by Lakeside. Coming in to make the play for the Panthers was number 91, Dylan Hammett.
And Washington almost looked like he wasn't entirely ready to get the snap. He was able to hand the ball off, but still it didn't look like he was on the same page as the center. The ball just kind of luckily landed in his stomach, and he was able to catch it and hand it off to the running back.
Well, second down and short after the nice play by Hammett. He came in almost unblocked. Washington looking to throw. Steps up, he's hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. He was hit as he threw the ball, and it's picked off by Lakeside.
Looks like number 38 for Lakeside, and really Washington basically threw it right to him. Good play by Schaefer, but Washington, the sophomore, just not a good look.
Nothing he can do there, though. I mean, he's hit as he throws the ball, and then maybe you got to be a little more aware of the footsteps behind you.
And try to maybe get a little more outside of the pocket. He kind of stayed glued to the pocket a little bit of room, but hit as he threw, and luckily for Lakeside, Schaefer was there to get the interception.
Well, Lakeside's got an experienced quarterback in Nick Patterson, and the catch is made, the flag down on the field. The catch made by number 22. That is Michael Arnold. They call him MJ.
And I think this is going to go against Lakeside, blocking the backfield here. Oh, I think a little motion.
So false start on Stokes.
And illegal motion number 3.
So
First
that'll
down.
back them up 1st and 15 now for the Panthers. Ball is spotted at the 38. Mentioned Nick Patterson, the quarterback. He took over the starting role as a sophomore, or played a lot as a sophomore, and then last year it was his team, but they graduate a lot of his go-to guys. This time he's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. Patterson unable to get to the corner. He was brought down by Maddox. I take that back. I say Patterson. I said Patterson. That was actually number 12, Nick Reed.
And right there, we're about to see it's a late hit on the defense.
A dead ball, personal foul, North Augusta.
And when North Augusta
That was
right
number
there,
7. hit late.
as you hear the referee say who the culprit was, but North Augusta right there able to get another stop behind the original line of scrimmage, but the late hit gives Lakeside excellent field position.
There's our Lakeside starting offense. Nick Patterson, we mentioned at quarterback. Also, James Coley, great defensive player a year ago. They're going to count on him to run the football some this year. Here's the thing. Lakeside lost their top 2 runners, their top 2 receivers, their top 2 linemen, and most of their defense.
And the returners.
Yeah.
The special teams, which was a huge asset for them the past couple of years.
They do have a huge lineman, Scout Slay, getting recruited by several colleges. And also, keep an eye on sophomore Gray Nichols. He's only a 10th grader starting on the offensive line for the Panthers. And Patterson with a great fake and a nice run inside the 10. Nick Patterson with a great fake up the middle.
Really good. North Augusta was all over it, in which they thought they had the ball carrier, but Patterson pulled it and ran it himself and found a rare open running lane there against this North Augusta defense that's so talented. But he found one and he executed it very well.
Patterson's been groomed as a passing quarterback, but make no mistake about it, he can run the football.
And really, it comes down to making smart decisions of knowing when to pull it right there. An excellent job. Nobody accounted for him. He saw that and took it almost the distance. A huge gain for Lakeside.
We saw him last year. He had a really rough game against Evans, and he bounced back nicely and had some great games down the stretch for Lakeside. This year, you just hope he doesn't try to do too much because they did lose several key players to graduation. They handed off to the big fella Coley this time. Nowhere to really run on first down.
Nowhere to go there. We talked about, North Augusta's offense over the past couple of years and even Lakeside's last year, but the key players for North Augusta, all 4 of them coming on the defensive side of the ball. That shows where they're, where they butter their bread, so to speak. The nose guard, as you saw right there, and also on offense with the left tackle, John Archer, but Rashad Bird, who's playing linebacker, but he's basically going to be all over the field, and then Aaron Maddox, the talented safety for North Augusta.
They always have great defensive backs for the Yellow Jackets, always. Patterson fakes it, same play. They picked up big yardage a moment ago. This time North Augusta was ready, and the man who made the tackle was Rashad Bird. Keep an eye on him, number 5 in white. There you see Big Joe Mazzone, the nose tackle. He, by the way, earned himself a spot in the Border Bowl already based on the preseason combine. We'll talk more about that later. So he's already into the Border Bowl. They've got several others that could be, including number 5, I mentioned, Rashad Bird. There you see him at the bottom.
I like
He'll
his
also
chances.
handle the punting duties.
I like his chances.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good bet. 3rd down for Lakeside. 3rd and goal. Patterson rolls, looks, and it is caught. It's a touchdown. Touchdown Lakeside on 3rd and goal. Patterson rolled and found his man. That's number 12, Nick Reed. Nick Reed with the catch. Lakeside is on the board early on the turnover.
Patterson with a great throw. It looked like there was going to be a little slot for him to put it to Reed, and he put it exactly there, right on the goal line. Reed able to catch it and fall on the line to get the touchdown.
So here's Grebeck on to kick the extra point, just a freshman. Got plenty of leg from Grebeck. And the kick is good. Grebeck pounded that. We'll take a quick break. Lakeside strikes first. They convert their turnover into points. It's 7-0 Panthers. Back with more WJBF Game Night Live in just a moment. And welcome back, WJBF Game Night Live. A moment ago, Lakeside scored. They got the long run that set them up, not in the red zone, Matt Lane. They were in the Orange Theory orange zone all year long when teams get inside the 20.
In the orange zone.
Orange Theory orange zone, baby.
I love it.
Well, they loved it. They scored.
Yeah.
Nice pass by Patterson. He got the big run to set them up. And then on 3rd down and goal, they had really done nothing inside the 10. He rolls out, makes a nice play.
Well, and North Augusta started off really strong on defense. They gave Lakeside a little room, and Lakeside executed on that. Again, a lot of teams don't get enough credit when they get handed stuff by the defense. Sometimes, you get a couple other plays off, and then you end up having to punt it. But the fact that they were able to take what North Augusta gave them and get a touchdown there is really big for them.
Yeah, great start for the Panthers. Here's Grebeck to kick it. The freshman angles it a little bit to the side. It's caught at about the 5-yard line. And, still on his feet. A missed tackle way back at the 28 allows the return man, that is number 24 again, Bell, allows him to get all the way up across the 35. So nice return.
Yeah, another really good return for Bell. First time getting right near the 30-yard line, and this time almost to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, got 17 yards the first time. There he gets 33 yards. So averaging 25 yards on 2 returns, not too bad. North Augusta set up in decent field position. Let's see what they do with their second time with the football after turning it over on the interception on their first possession.
And we'll maybe see if Washington might pull it down and maybe run some instead of trying to force something.
And North Augusta going to have a penalty here on the offense. So it's a false start on North Augusta, so back to about 5.
Tell those 2 coaches. May snap it. You guys need to be in that.
And really, more than anything so far in this game, outside of that first run of 18 yards, North Augusta not really looking comfortable at all.
Yeah, and again, you've got a 10th grader making his first varsity start, and it's not like he got any playing time last year. Trib Reese was the man, so this time a running play, and boy, good blocking on the left side. That was well blocked by the North Augusta offense.
And an excellent execution on the run after he got it by Tavion Price.
Yeah, Price, the junior, picks up 16.
Kept running forward, threw some jukes here and there, but made sure he consistently kept his feet going forward and getting the big first down after the penalty.
Lakeside's leading, but the bad sign for Lakeside, here's our Doctors Hospital Instant Replay. They were about to go to it. The bad sign for Lakeside is both times North Augusta's tried to get to the corner, they've got it and picked up big yardage.
And they've managed to do it to the wide side of the field, too. So they've managed to run further and put more people in pursuit to the wide side of the field. And that just comes down to pursuit drill if you're Lakeside.
Nate's pointing something out. The return was to the 38. So 5-yard penalty back to the 33. They needed to get to the 48. It should not have been a first down. And you know what? I think the referee, the officiating crew's got it right. They're changing it. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 2. Good eyes by Nathan Edwards in the booth with us.
That's never a good sign when the person in the booth is making the correct call. The people with the sticks, if anybody needs to get the measurements right, which they ended up getting it right, but still.
Good job by the crew there, Mark Attaway and company, getting it right. So it's going to be 2nd and short. 2nd and about 2. So that run, instead of 16 yards, is about 14 yards for Tavion Price. And it looked like some confusion in the secondary. The throw is short, but it is caught, so it's a first down.
A great catch there on the corner from 13, Drake Waltower.
Yeah, Drake Waltower makes the grab. It was a little bit of a low throw.
Yeah, really low throw. So excellent catch there to pick up the first down and bring up a more manageable first down. You can run anything now. It's not 3rd down. You're not having to make sure you get the first down. So run or pass here.
Also, they've got the ball on Lakeside side of the field for the first time tonight. Let's see what they do here on 1st and 10. North Augusta trails 7-0. WJBF Game Night Live. A handoff and a good run. Good hard run that time. Again, that's Price.
Seems like Washington's getting more into the game now, able to get 1 or 2 throws, and everybody has to have that.
Get those jitters out of the way.
Get in the game. Give it to Price a couple of times. Watch him run off some pretty well-established plays, get a couple first downs.
Matt, you know this. It doesn't matter how often you scrimmage or you have the jamborees or whatever you do.
Right.
You cannot make it game action.
You can't.
There's nothing like the crowd and the fans and the hoopla and all that, and that's a little bit of jitters early from Washington. Looked like maybe he should have cut it to the outside there. He does not, and he has stopped. It's going to be third down now. They give him forward progress, so he picks up about 2.
It's going to be
So it's going to be third and about 5. Or actually make it 4 now.
But still, kind of odd. Usually you see folks like to run to the sideline, like to run a little bit further. Washington, even on that interception, he ran right to the outside of the pocket to try to find his receiver.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a player that's going to take off down the field.
A little bit tentative there on that run. Let's see, man in motion for North Augusta, third down. Landon Washington throws, got a man wide open, it's caught. Had a man wide open, that is number 4, Jalen Patton. And boy, that was a good throw.
Really good throw. He saw it early, and it almost looked like Lakeside weren't able to pick it up because the receiver was near the safety, but Washington just went ahead and threw it. And his receiver made a great catch and made sure he got in the end zone there.
Yeah, busted coverage that time by Lakeside. And, I had some folks that were at the scrimmage told me Lakeside secondary really struggled. And there you saw it. They were mixed up there. Patton got wide open for the touchdown.
Well, and it's a 3rd and 5, and basically this entire drive they've been trying to kind of march it down the field. That time they elect for a longer play, and they were able to get a touchdown out of it. And the kick is no good.
So the kick is good, and we are knotted at 7. Oh, kick's no good, excuse me.
Yeah.
Kick is no good. So it is 7-6, Lakeside on top. So 7-6 Panthers. And we're going to keep it right here. The pass, the score was 41 yards from Landon Washington to number 4, Jalen Patton.
And pretty strong throw from Washington there.
That's what I said. It's like it clicked. He saw him wide open and just didn't think. He just reacted and made a throw.
Threw a couple of short routes earlier, but right there kind of unloaded it a little bit and put it right on his receiver's numbers, and receiver made the catch and got in the end zone.
There you see the Lakeside coaching staff. They have a lead, but it's 7-6 now after the touchdown for the Jackets. And North Augusta will kick things off. Nick Clary is the kicker. So Clary good crowds from both sides tonight. Lakeside's got a big crew here, and so does North Augusta.
Always a fun place to come catch a game at Lakeside.
Low line drive kicks going to be fielded on a bounce on the run by Reed. And, big hit. Oh, there you go. There's our first one. That might be our first potential hit of the game, of course, by Augusta Pain Center. We always do a hit of the game, and right now the offensive player laid that hit, Nick Reed.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of brought it on himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you see his teammate maybe thinking, man, couldn't have picked any other place to go?
Yeah, mark that one, buddy. That might be the hit of the game right there early on.
Reed taking off with a head full of steam and running into a North Augusta defender. Looked like he might have a seam there, but elected to run more towards where everybody was there.
Lakeside's got it at the 21. Patterson in a shotgun. And the handoff up the middle to Big Coley, and Coley's going to pick up a yard or two. There's some big boys going at it there, James Coley and Joseph Mazzone. Number 99 you see there for North Augusta is 6'2", 285-pound Joseph Mazzone. And
that's just, when you have someone like that right over the center, it's extremely difficult to run your plays because a lot of times your center, is obviously he's kind of like the quarterback of the offensive line. He kind of drives it. So when you have a standout nose guard like that, it really disrupts the offense.
Well, Coley's no slouch at 5'10", 250 as Patterson scrambles for the first down, and out of bounds he ran into, looks like one of the ball girls, managers of the team or something.
And right there again, North Augusta doing a really good job in the middle of the point of attack, and Patterson doing a real good job of noticing that and running towards the outside. It was wide open space, and he took advantage of it.
One thing I will say, the one thing I worried about with Patterson tonight was maybe trying to do a little too much. He really looks like he's letting the game come to him, which is what he's got to do.
He has to do that. Exactly, because whether they're going to be overmatched in certain aspects, which they will be throughout the season with different teams, just like any team is, you got to be able to identify that and kind of work around it. And so far, he's done a great job of that.
Last year, he was surrounded by so many playmakers. That's not the case this year, although there's a throw behind the receiver and incomplete. He was going for number 14, I believe. Was that 14 Davis? Or check that, 14 is Staten. That's Connor Staten. So incomplete coverage from number 24, Bell. Yeah, he lost so much. I mean, when you lose guys like he lost, B.J. Raymond and Stephon Huss at receiver and the running backs that they had, I mean, when you lose all that,
well, and then
I expected him maybe to try and do a little too much. It's understandable, but he's really let it come to him so far tonight.
Well, and again, the special teams, that can't be emphasized enough. Yeah. Getting those extra points.
Oh, Huss had
without
4
even
kickoff
having to
returns for touchdowns
right.
last year.
And just what that does for your team, not only points-wise, but also
too.
momentum. Yeah.
All right, man in motion is Reed. They're going to pitch it to him. Now, Reed's a backup quarterback. He looked like he's wanting to throw. There's a flag down, and Reed is going to be brought down as well. He slipped at the end of the play. Tackle made by number 9. That is Martavius Wright.
And I think this is going to be on Lakeside.
Yeah.
It came out relatively early.
And here, you hate when that happens when you're trying to run a trick play.
Yeah.
Because now they see your trick play. You know what I mean?
And it's kind of wasted. You're not able to use it again. And that's
the whole
something that
line
you
went down when that guy
obviously
went in motion.
practice it a lot. So you practice it so much, and then when you're not able to do it right in the game, it really, as a coach, drives you crazy.
That motion against him.
Because much like other teams have to prepare for plays like that against other teams, when you're not able to nail it for your own team, really will drive you insane as a coach.
I will say what I love, the Mark Attaway and his crew tonight, they're explaining the calls to the players, and I like that. They're really letting them know.
You don't see that a lot in football. You really don't. Baseball,
and you probably won't see it later in the year.
Right.
But they're doing it right now.
Still, yeah.
So Lakeside with 3 wide receivers to the near side. Pump fake. Patterson's going to air it out. And a great almost a great diving catch. Staten could not hang on to it.
Such a difficult play to run right there. You pump fake it to the early receiver, try to get the defense to jump on it, and then you have one-on-one with your receiver on the outside, but such a difficult throw to hit, and they almost were able to complete it. I think we'll be seeing that one again later in the game. Again, a very difficult play for the offense.
Sideline warning against North Augusta. By the way, on the coverage for North Augusta is one of the premier defensive backs in the area, number 2, Aaron Maddox. They were testing him there, though, and almost came through, but it's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 15.
Yeah, still haven't seen, outside of them scoring that touchdown, throwing it sort of in the middle. Oh.
And there's an interception, and it's going to be 6 for North Augusta. Well played that time by who else? Rashad Bird. They set up the screen. Bird was never fooled, stood right in the middle of the field, made the play.
Well, and you saw right when it came out of Patterson's hands, it was so high in the air, and it seemed like it was never going to come down. And for a defensive back, that's one of the best things you can possibly see, because you know that it might be over the running back's head a little bit, or he has to jump for it. And Bird made an incredible play and took it the distance for the touchdown.
Well, he's going to make a lot of plays this year. Usually it's bone-crushing tackles. That time he gets 6 points on the interception return for the score.
I was just about to mention, haven't really seen them try to throw in the middle of the field, mainly towards the outside.
Looks like North Augusta is going to go for 2 here.
And right there, a screen, which technically is a throw in the middle of the field, but, as a screen, again, it becomes anybody's ball when that ball's in the air, as you saw right there with Bird taking it for the touchdown.
The interception return was 32 yards for Bird.
Unique look here for North Augusta. Little bunch formation on the right.
Their quarterback rolls, throws, and it is
And he had the receiver. Good throw by Washington.
Yeah.
Put it right in the place, but not able to hang on to it.
Yeah, the receiver should have had that one. It's incomplete, though. And North Augusta has a lead, but they've botched 2 extra points, keeping it a little closer. So it's 12-7 Yellow Jackets. We'll be right back with more. It's WJBF Game Night Live. North Augusta leads 12-7. And we're back at Lakeside High School. North Augusta on top 12-7. Both teams have converted turnovers to points. Lakeside picked off a pass, and the offense marched down and scored. North Augusta, the defense got a score on an interception. So they've traded turnovers, and North Augusta on top 12-7. Nice return that time for the Panthers out across the 35. That is number 22, M.J. Arnold.
And it's always, fun towards the beginning of the year when you're still trying to figure things out, and on your kick return team when the ball's kind of a low line drive and you get back in the wedge and you're ready to advance and have the returner behind you run it up, but they're already passing all the blockers, which is what you want. You want the guy with the ball to run as fast as he can forward, but it is always funny to start a year when you're still trying to figure it out because, again, it's much different than doing it in practice than when you're doing it in the game.
M.J. Arnold with a nice return. It gives Lakeside good field position. Let's see how Patterson bounces back from the interception. Fakes the handoff and nowhere to go, and he's brought down. Now, flag is down. Rashad Bird made the tackle, but it's going to be false start on Lakeside. And that's going to be on Stokes again. That's his second.
Yeah. And just a very difficult situation for Patterson there. Not really anywhere to go, as you saw a lot of North Augusta defenders led by Rashad Bird right there in the backfield.
Well, I'll tell you, one way to get off the field quick is keep having penalties, and that's 2 on Stokes already. So North Augusta's declining the penalty. So instead of 1st and 15, it will be 2nd down, and let's see where they
had
spotted
motion on the
now.
offense. That penalty has now been refused, so it's going to be 2nd down.
Which
Should
again,
be 2nd down and about 11. Looks like he lost a yard or 2 on the play. Let's see where they mark it.
and again, Thomas leaning on his defense a little bit. He knows how strong they are, not only up front, but led by Bird there in the middle, and then Maddox on the back end.
Again, I got to give our crew credit, though, man. He's explaining even to the coaches, really thorough tonight, doing a good job. So here we go, Patterson. That pass is high and incomplete. Patterson, the coverage that time was by number 4. That's Jalen Patton. He's already got a touchdown tonight. And Lakeside starting to sputter a little bit offensively.
Really had to earn all of their yards on, with the read options and with Patterson having to pull it down and trying to run it himself. Takes his toll after.
Nice little shuttle pass there. He was in trouble behind the line and threw it forward to Stokes. So what could have been a loss of yards turns into a decent play for the Panthers. They're gonna be short of the first down, but it's close.
And to give Patterson some credit here, in order to do that kind of stuff, you have to have a quarterback that's able to just mentally, just with his muscle reaction, just to do something like that. It's almost like having great spacing in basketball, just knowing where certain players are, just in case you do somewhat get overwhelmed, as you got big fourth down here by the defense, you're able to still get positive yards.
We didn't really have time to get the one call that's all in here on fourth down. This is a big point of the game. And we do have time now.
And I think they're going to think it over right there, just trying to get him to jump off sides, but they'll try to decide what they're going to go with.
Well, that gives us time, doesn't it, to do the Ken Nugent one call, that's all? Do we have time? There we go. Ken Nugent, one call, that's all. All right, Matt, you're down 5 early. You don't want to give them momentum. It's fourth down and about a yard. What do you do if you're Lakeside?
I'd punt the ball. I know it's fairly close.
Yeah.
I know it's not an exciting.
Nathan Edwards just said the same thing, and I would do the same thing as well.
Yeah, that's a short field for North Augusta. Again, they've gotten a touchdown, but it's not they're not necessarily beating down the door offense-wise. So I would make them have to go the distance of the field, even though it looks so manageable. It looks like you would think Patterson might be able to do something, pull it, some sort of offensive play.
You got big 99 Joe Mazzone in there, though, stuff in the middle. That's tough. And North Augusta has the speed advantage. I punt the football away, too, so that's our one call, that's all.
But it looks like they're going to send their offense back out. Or he might have the punt team.
Yeah, They are going for it.
And it's short. We'll see what they come up with here. Let's see if Patterson elects to keep it himself, try to ram it up there and get the first down.
And Patterson is stopped behind the line. North Augusta is going to get the football. Terrific play made by I believe that was number 40 for the Yellow Jackets. Carlos Cardenas makes the play for North Augusta.
Again, such a tough task because your offensive line there, it takes so much time to run a play like that. They really have to be able to somewhat manhandle the defensive line. North Augusta's defensive line and linebacker are so talented. That's a very tough task for Patterson.
All right, well, for the first time in 2015, we're going to go down on the sidelines for an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Stephanie French has some info on the Lakeside jerseys.
Hey guys, well, I was talking to the coaching staff for Lakeside earlier before the game, and new season, new look for the Lakeside Panthers. They got new jerseys in just this week, but these aren't the only new jerseys they're going to have. They are going to debut another set of jerseys at their Evans game in just a couple weeks. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Steph, and we'll be checking in with her throughout the game. And at halftime, she's going to have some info as well. We're going to talk to Ryan Bowers from Athlete Sports Training Academy. He helped run the preseason combine, the border ball combine, that allowed several players from the area. I think 5 players earned a spot in the border ball by virtue of their performance there. So the Jackets on offense. And that's another run by number 6, Tavion Price.
And trying to get the number here for the Lakeside defender, doing a real good job of filling the hole. I think that's 22 there for
MJ
Lakeside.
Arnold. Yeah.
A really, really good play, just coming up and making that tough contact. Again, sometimes that's the hardest contact when you're running full speed, and so's the running back, and you have to meet him right there in the middle.
He's a good baseball player for the Panthers as well.
Again, big gain for North Augusta, but still a great job of getting the stop.
So Washington keeps it this time, and a host of Panthers finally get him around the left side, but not before he picks up first down on a little bit of a quick count there.
Quick count, and really caught Lakeside off guard there. And later on in the game, we're going to check in with our McDonald's player of the game. But after the game, you can cool down and relax with a McCafe Oreo Frappe. McCafe Oreo Frappe is available for a limited time only at McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
I love that part.
It's my favorite part.
All right, here we go. North Augusta on 1st and 10 now. Right up the middle on the carry again was number 6. That is Price.
Stephon Smith making the tackle. Again, North Augusta, a lot of success, even though they scored on the long pass play. Their main success has been just running that football right up the middle and just kind of marching the ball down the field and then catching the Lakeside secondary sleeping a little bit with the long touchdown pass.
Well, I'm sure Coach Thomas loves this. He's got the lead. The clock's running. He's got the ball on Lakeside side of the field, especially after the terrible start where Lakeside turned an interception into points. They have bounced back. They've bounced back nicely. This is a flag, though, on North Augusta, it appears.
To the snap, false start against North Augusta.
This is the big
Still
part.
second down.
As they approach the orange zone, big part here for Lakeside's defense, them not able to get that first down. Again, this is a huge in terms of field and how much North Augusta has to gain to get to the orange zone. Just a ton of room. Possibly could have been avoided if they were able to get a good punt off and force more plays from North Augusta.
So here we go. Washington back, looking downfield. He's rushed. He gets out of trouble, though, and now he's got a little bit of running room. Washington actually turns nothing into something with a nice scramble.
I mean, for Lakeside right there, just a golden opportunity. They just had the penalty against North Augusta, and then they get a chance with 3 defenders able to make a play against Washington, and Washington somehow gets out of it. And not only gets back to where they were, their line of scrimmage actually gets past the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, instead of like 3rd and 17 or 18, it's now manageable 3rd and 7. Hayden Flowers had the tackle for the Panthers. So Washington on 3rd down.
It looks like maybe the running back for North Augusta jumped.
Actually, I think they called timeout.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, they did. North Augusta calls timeout.
Yeah, we'll see. This is big for them. It's almost a little too far for them to maybe run it. It looks like they're going to try to maybe roll out and throw it to the right. They had 3 receivers on the right-hand side. And we'll see what they come up with. Obviously, they wanted to think about it a little bit, because a huge, huge play for them. They just got a big bailout there, able to get some positive yards and stay on Lakeside side of the field, but huge 3rd down right here. Almost, I'm not exactly sure the distance on their kicker, but almost 2-down territory.
Yeah. Well, WJBF Game Night Live brought to you by Doctors Hospital and McDonald's. And we're here at Lakeside High School to kick off what will be a terrific year. 13 games in all. This game last year was a little bit controversial. North Augusta won 12-10, but, boy, the Lakeside folks were furious. They felt like there were some calls down the stretch that really didn't go their way. They got to forget it. That's forgotten. Now we got ourselves a dogfight. 12-7. The Panthers need to come up with a big defensive stop here. So here's Washington. Looking downfield. Washington completes the pass. Oh, and if the tackle had been made, it would have been a stop. Let's see where they mark him down. He's going to be just shy of the 1st down. So it'll be 4th and about 2. I thought the receiver wiggled out and ended up picking up the 1st down, but they mark him down.
It looks to be about almost a 40-yard field goal if they were to do that. And, yeah, it does look like they're just going to go for it.
And, boy, you just gave him a 1st down there. You can't make those mistakes.
And if they're able to get a 1st down from this.
Yeah, it's on. Let's see.
Yeah, the defense in
yeah,
growth.
1st down.
That's
a critical
We also have
error.
a sideline warning against Lakeside.
So we've had sideline warnings against both teams now. That's just the coaches not staying in the box.
Defense
And
encroach,
some
that's
mental
going to end up in a
miscues.
1st down.
You know, it started off for North Augusta
We
with
also
the
have a
interception,
sideline
but
warning
ever since
against
then, Lakeside really a lot of miscues. Not only with
1st and 10.
Stokes jumping off sides twice,
Here we
but
go.
also right there, a huge, that 4th down turned this into 1st down in the orange zone.
That was Charlie. Actually, they're just out of the orange zone, Matt. They're at the 22, just outside.
These eyes.
I know you're waiting and excited.
I'm jacked up about it.
Here's Washington. He's going to keep, actually, late pitch, and they are in the orange zone now. Orange Theory, orange zone on the nice pitch by Washington. Actually, was that Bird? Yeah, that was Rashad Bird. Look at that athlete right there, folks.
And again, he's not a starter on offense just because he, frankly, has to play everywhere on defense and then plays a lot of special teams.
And he was the player of the year for South Carolina in baseball as well for the area.
But he's certainly somebody they can plug in there and get a few yards if they need it. And that seems like what they're gonna let him stay in there and do just that.
Clock is winding down here at the end of the 1st quarter. And Washington bobbled. Did he bobble the snap there? Got an illegal motion on North Augusta.
Quarterback.
So a little bit sloppy, as expected, 1st game of the year.
Well, but not only that, but North Augusta there ran to the left-hand side. Lakeside kind of tentative, waiting on the pitch to happen instead of going to make the
If the
point of contact
quarterback
and
runs
make
up
him
there,
pitch the
quarterback
ball
5 yards.
and make a play on the guy with the ball, but electing to try to, you tried to play that in between, and sometimes you get nothing out of it.
They
That's why they got
yards.
that big game.
They tried to do their second, quick count and take off, but as our officiating crew's letting them know, you got to give them a second. When you get up there, you can't just go up there and snap the ball immediately. You got to give them 1 second to get set. And he did not do that.
We'll see if maybe they go back to Rashad Bird here.
And Washington in traffic and just throws it away.
Dangerous throws, though. Not really even able to see a receiver. Just kind of trying to get rid of it. Doesn't really move around a lot once that pocket collapses.
He seems a little timid.
Yeah,
Like I said, he's a 10th
very
grader.
young, yeah. But again, that's something that's going to continue to happen throughout the year. Again, no offensive line is perfect. But Alexa really hang in there, and, more power to him.
This game is not obviously non-region game, out-of-state game and all that. But if you're Lakeside, this is a big one because I looked at their schedule, and they've got a bye week mixed in there, and they got Richmond Academy, but they've also got Northside, Warner Robins, Evans, Jones County, and Houston County. North Augusta, that's 5 of their first 6 games. That's brutal.
Very brutal.
Got a timeout on the field. With 17.6 seconds to go here in the first quarter, there's the North Augusta coaching staff.
And just want to remind folks, for the best high school football coverage each and every Friday night, tune into Football Friday Night with Matt Zahn and Nathan Palm. No other station covers more high school football games than Football Friday Night, the area's #1 high school football television show, and it airs every Friday night at 11:35 p.m. 30-minute show. The area's only one.
That's right. Matt and Nathan do a great job with that.
And we even make a little cameo.
A little bit. I don't know about tonight.
Luckily,
they might not want to put us on tonight.
Luckily, they push us off towards the end.
I'm just going to let you know it's a little bit humid.
And they say, when in doubt, cut that out.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. It is 3rd down and 7.
But a lot of
is inside the orange zone, the Orange Theory orange zone.
And another big 3rd down for North Augusta.
And another late pitch and a good run. And let's see, it's a 1st down for sure.
Looks like he was just shy of the
Almost
goal line.
Almost got in the end zone.
And
nice run by Rashad Bird. Now you can see what kind of athlete he is. He's so important to the defense, as Matt said. He won't play a lot on offense, but boy, when he's out there, you got to watch him.
Well, especially in games when maybe, he's not having to make every tackle, 12 to 15 tackles a game, something like that. He'll be able to be more involved on offense because he is such a load to bring down. He is, probably their most outstanding running back as well. If the game's on the line and they need to get this yard like they do here.
Well, that time, give number 12, Nick Reed, credit. He got low and stuffed Bird. Bird took a shot there. That's the end of the first quarter. North Augusta knocking on the door, and they lead it 12-7. Our first installment of WJBF Game Night Live. The Jackets lead the Panthers 12-7 on right here. We'll be back from Lakeside High School in just a moment.